guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to Unresolved Overcoming 2020. So today we're joined with three amazing women. They're business owners and I'd like them to introduce themselves to you.
Hey guys, my name is Alina Reed. I'm from Covina, California, and I'm a current junior from Cornell University. My business is Yellow Up the Sun Boutique, and my personal mantra is I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me.
Hello, everybody. Hello, people. I am Jenna Baldi. I am from Portmore, Jamaica. I graduated the University of the West Indies in 2009. My business is Our Natural JA, and my mantra is a man that limits his interests, limits himself. So I just do anything I want to do when I feel like it must be done and when I want to do it.
Hi, everyone. My name is Ivana Farkason. I'm originally from Kingston, Jamaica. I currently live in Vaughan, Canada. I am a recent graduate, actually, class of 2020. I graduated from McMaster University with my degree in sociology. I have a business named Icy Beauty. It's basically a lash/brow bar, if you will. And a personal mantra of mine is something that I usually just say to myself every morning. And it is, I am creative, solution-minded, and resilient.
Nice. And if you guys don't know me, my name is Leonie Farkason. I am a junior at Cornell University. I'm originally from Kingston, Jamaica, but I live in Toronto, Canada / the US. And my personal mantra is fill your cup. So I just want to start with a few questions just for everybody to get to know you guys and your business a little bit. So I asked your mantra just because I wanted to know how you guys continue to, pursue, with difficulties of 2020. So if you can explain a little bit why you chose that mantra / affirmation, or what does it mean to you personally?
So I guess I have a whole list of affirmations as well, but that one's probably my favorite, just because, especially in the year of 2020, it can be kind of hard to persevere and to push on, or to even think that like this day is going to be a good day, or that tomorrow could be better, or even to look forward to the future. And it can also be hard to find motivation, especially when you're trying to be creative and to create new content, to create new items. I'm a fashion design major, so it can be hard to even wake up and design. So I have to remind myself that no matter what's happening, I can do all things through Christ, and it'll work out in the end, which is easier said than done. But
Yeah, totally. I totally agree with everything that you said, first of all, because I feel the same exact way. And my affirmation is just a constant reminder to myself every day that, okay, not every day is going to be a good day, but we're still strong today. Whether we had a good day or a bad day, I'm still strong. I'm solution minded, which means I could turn a bad day into a good day. Obviously, you can't do that all the time, but it's just a reminder of myself to, keep going. Like, I have recently expanded my business into lash extensions, and applying the lashes is a skill in itself. So not every day I wake up feeling like doing lashes, especially when it's COVID and I literally have no clients. So, like, in agreement with Alina, like, it's just something that just keeps me going.
It's just a little different. Where I'm from, which is Jamaica, I think we have a very one set mind or a one set track in life. They go to school, you do a degree, you get a job. And whenever you branch out to do things that you might love or things that really set your soul on fire, people will really look at you differently, because you're just like, is this girl crazy? Like, in the middle of COVID, you're starting a business. You graduated finance and you're going to beauty school. What is really your issue? Like, what is your problem?
Yeah.
But last year it's still 2020, so in October 2019, I was in a huge car accident. And at that point, I was doing everything I was supposed to do. I was going to work. I was doing an internship. I was working 2 jobs. I just graduated school. And at that point, everybody was so proud of me. And almost dying really made me realize I did not like any of it. Nothing. Me never like work a bank. Me never like study finance. Me never like nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So then I really spiraled and just went into a space of, what am I doing? Like, I'm just not happy. Like, everything I'm doing is to make my parents happy, to make the people around me proud. What about me? So now I literally live my life to be happy, to create memories, and to do every and anything me feel like gonna make me happy and what me want to do. So that is what I do, people. Sorry, fancy and have a back of things back at, but me just want to be happy.
I love that. That's extremely
That's
important.
real.
Yeah, I love that. So I wanted to know also, as you guys entered last year or this year, still in it, 2020, like what was your headspace and what were you looking forward to the most?
I'd say for me, like from December 2019, I was like, yeah, 2020, this is the year. And I'm sure everybody like felt the same way at first. Like, this is the year I'm finally gonna do this. This is the year I'm finally gonna get myself together. Like, I had a whole plan. I got a planner specifically for 2020 to plan out the year and how productive I'm gonna be. I'm graduating, what outfit I'm gonna wear when I walk across the stage to grab my degree, what outfit I'm gonna wear to the celebration party, all of that. And then COVID comes and it's like, I don't even know what word to use,
Yeah.
you know? So for me, it was just like, you really can't control anything. You can have all these
Yeah.
plans, all these ideas, and then the universe will just say, "Oh, you thought," you know?
I think that definitely, yeah, I feel like it was, I'm a transfer student at Cornell, so last year was my first year being there, and I was so excited to just like finish off my first semester really being in college. I was super excited for Slope Day, which is like a huge concert that we have at school. I think that was something like right in March that I was so looking forward to, and then just continue out the rest of the year. I was excited to like start a new fashion internship being a sophomore because now I have more opportunities available to me, and possibly like going to travel, going to stay somewhere else for my internship, like living in a different state. So I was thrilled about that. Um, I was just excited for 2020. Like I was like, oh, and I turned 20 in 2020. So I was like, oh, like I'm gonna be 20 now and life is gonna start, and it didn't start. It ended. So I was just, yeah, it was devastating. I feel like I didn't have like super big plans, but I had just overall excitement for what was to come. It was totally unexpected.
Yeah, that was kind of the same for me. I never had any big plans. I was just kind of gonna continue on my trajectory. So I never liked my job. So I knew I was gonna look for a different job. And then I knew I was gonna do some AXI exams because that's what I studied in college, guys. I did actual science as my first degree. So I was really going down, and I also decided that this was the year I would grow up. Coming out telling people, man, 23, but I really depend on my parents. Enough. Like even for cook my dinner, I depend on my parents a lot. So this year I was just like, you know what, time for me to grow up, start saving for a car, just start doing certain things to set myself up right. And then in the middle of the year, my goals just changed completely. I mean, there's still a few things I want to accomplish, but and I'm also a little happy that it did. I'm happy that I got the time to slow down and actually realize what I really wanted out of life. Because when I just had next year, when I have the job and the exam, I'm just dead and like, man, I love this. Like, understand? So, yeah.
No, for sure. I definitely feel that, especially the slowing down part for me. I feel like I wouldn't have slowed down without COVID, and I've had personal realizations about my life, about the world, just because I was able to just sit down and think about what's happening. Um, and Janelle, you touched on it a little bit, but I was wondering for everybody else, and you could speak about it a little more, like what sparked it into you to start the business that you started, and what in your identity, I guess, spills out into your business, like how does it mesh in a sense with you?
What made me start? People, I don't know if people will believe my story when I talk, because honestly, I always liked skincare and I always did things for myself. So I always did my own eyebrows. I'd always experiment with waxing and all of that on my own. And then, but it ain't my job. I'm just say I look for something else. Like I never liked this. So I was trying to figure out what else I could do. And before, I was heavily into modeling, heavily into pageantry. And my end goal was to be Miss Universe Jamaica. That did not happen. And that's also something else you have to learn in life. You roll the punches and you have to keep it moving. That didn't work out. So what is next? Right? Because that was going to be the foundation of everything I did after that. It never happened. And then someone said to me, you're really good at doing your eyebrows. You should probably monetize it. So me and this person had this conversation on Sunday. By Tuesday, I'm at the school paying the tuition and signing for the school. And on Friday, I was in class learning how to wax. And then it just, because I already liked it, what I wasn't sure of is if I was going to be good in the service industry in terms of dealing with people and all of that. So after learning all of that, I realized, yo, this nice, like this nice, and you met bank. So why do I need to go? So I just kind of stuck with it after that, and I just like it. So let's keep doing it.
I'll say I started Yellow of the Sun purely for the reason of COVID, I think. So like my brand, I guess, I'll grab a little sweater so you guys can see.
Please.
So, I put 3 suns on the sweater because I'm super dedicated on making sure people felt like they could wear sunshine at all times. So I wanted people to like carry around that sense of brightness with them everywhere. And I was especially thinking of people at Cornell because I know that a lot of students there, because Ithaca stays dark all of the time, they get seasonal depression. So I was really like, okay, like this can be a reminder that people will have the sun, you can carry it everywhere. The sun will shine again, even if every day is not going to be a good day. And that every day isn't. It's just not, but you can have that reminder and that sense of positivity to keep you going. And plus it's loungewear, so while you're feeling sad you can be super comfy. So I just put all of that together, and that's why I created it.
For me, I started my business last year, and before that I was always into like lashes, like strip lashes at first, and I've been wearing lashes since I was in like grade 11, grade 12, and people would always compliment me on them. So I'm like, I might as well sell them. You know, I know good styles and people like the lashes that I wear. So why not just start that? So I did it and I loved it. It was a great learning experience. I think people, and I feel like only people with businesses can really understand this. Like, it's more than just selling a product, providing a service. This is like you're learning how to be disciplined, because if nobody posts on the Instagram page is inactive. If if the photos aren't being taken for the products, people aren't gonna be able to see. So it's a lot of moving parts, and I'd say that starting my business definitely showed me that. And even now this year, I've decided to expand into doing lash extensions. So I've been doing the trainings for that and getting certified, like all in the midst of the pandemic, where 1 month we're open, the next month we're closed. You know, there's a lot of uncertainty with that. But I think that what kept me going is just the fact that we've come too far to to stop now, you know? Like the show must go on, pandemic or not. And even if one day we will be free, I hate to say like free, but life will go back to its normal, whatever that normal might be. Because I'm pretty sure we're not going back to how we were before COVID, you know? So it's just, yeah, sorry, I kind of just went on a tangent,
Right,
but
fine.
but
No, I thought what you said was like super key. Like if nobody posts on the Instagram really does not get touched. If nobody updates the inventory, people are going to order things that they're not supposed to order. Like you are the content creator, the content maker, the website generator, the sticker putter, the tag sewer, like everything that gets done you have to do on yourself. And I feel like people totally don't remember that. People don't think about that. Why don't you have this? You should do this. Why aren't you on this platform, and this baby, it's just me. Like, who's gonna do all this stuff?
Exactly.
So I thought that was key. I just needed to make sure it was reiterated for anybody else who didn't know. This is a one-man show.
Okay.
So it needed to be said.
No, definitely. And touching on that, I just wanted to know if you could describe to the people watching a little bit. I mean, Janelle said that she just gets up. Well, you said the weekend and then the Tuesday, you just hopped in the class. So I wanted to know though, since then, like since you did that, Janelle, and then for everybody else, since you started, what have you, I guess, realized has been the most difficult part of having a business, a one-man business, and what's the best part of having the business you have?
I think the most difficult part for me is literally, I'll say two things: patience and consistency. Because you will wake up today and you're just like, yes, I am that girl boss and I am about to do the do and I will do the do. And then you'll wake up tomorrow and you're just like, oh, only one person booked me yesterday. And, I don't think this is going to work out. But you still have to push through those days, because in order to get to the point you want to get to in anything you do, you literally have to be consistent. And consistency requires, through consistency, you learn a lot. You become better at what you do. So be it that even the content you put on your Instagram page, through consistently going on Canva or whatever program you use to do it, to create it, you get better at creating it. Through consistency, more people are going to see your content and they're going to engage with you, and the engagement will go up. And I will definitely say patience, because while you're actively consistent, you still have to be patient with the growth, with yourself, and with the quality of the service you produce. You can't expect to wake up today and be Jenkins Skin Farm or one of those big brands. It literally starts somewhere, and you have to be so patient with yourself and with your business, as well as the people. Listen, working with people, have to be patient. I've had people who are like an hour and a half late. Like, people will not respect your time. They won't respect what you do, but you just have to be mindful of the end goal. And I think the best part of what I do is just someone being so happy about the service that I have given them. And they're just so excited to come back, and they just like me. They're just like, oh my God, you're so nice, and this is so good, and you were so patient. And I think that's the best part of it. It's very fulfilling to know that what you did actually made a difference.
Loved all of that. I agree with everything. I feel like you took the words out of my mouth. Like, I would say that definitely it takes so much consistency. And I totally feel that, because I wake up one morning and I'm like, yes, like, let me get it done. Let me make sure everything is updated and I have all this new content to post for the week. And the next day I wake up and I'm like, ooh, nothing's getting done today. We are staying in bed. And I think especially too, being a student, and like, I just was like, yeah, let's start this in the middle of my fall junior semester. Like, let's get it going. And so I was like, oh, like, let me do classes. Let me work on Yellow of the Sun. Let me do classes. Now I'm tired. It was so much going on. But I think that, yeah, so those things, and also definitely the people. I feel like people really, sometimes I have to understand that because you're starting a business, I feel like people start a business because they love what they're doing. And I love fashion and design, and I have like a purpose for what I was doing, but people can also be like, where's my stuff? Where is this? Is this gonna fit? Is this what? And I'm like, I love you for coming and supporting me, and it's definitely appreciated. But like, have a little patience with us too, because we're figuring things out like day by day. So I think that one of the most rewarding things for me is definitely seeing people when they're receiving their items and they're like, I love this, it's so comfortable, it makes me feel good. I'm like, yes, because I would feel horrible if you hated it. But also learning and growing as a business owner, because like, even the negative things that I'm learning, like, wow, I didn't need to spend so much money on this, or wow, I should have added this more. Those are all wonderful things, because I feel like the next go around that I have, and the more businesses that I try to start, and the more that I continue down the fashion industry, I've gained so much experience and knowledge that I can provide to other people, so they can prevent the mistakes that I've made, but also so I can further develop myself and my business. So I would definitely say those things have been the most beneficial. Um, yeah. Oh, and I would also say too, reiterating the consistency, but also reminding myself of why I'm doing what I'm doing, because that helps me like keep it pushing. And we're also remembering last thing to like I don't have to kill myself every day to have something good, like going at my own pace and not looking at somebody else's work and their other business and stuff. Cause this is not ASOS or misguided pretty little things. Like it's okay that we're not racking in millions of dollars after the first 4 months of the launch. So yeah, those would be my things.
For me, I would say definitely consistency. Like you guys have said, when I first started my business, it was like good. And then the off days would like shoot my confidence down. And then it would snowball into me not posting, me not taking my business as seriously as I should. And that has definitely taught me that people will only take you as serious as you take yourself. And although it the business, I guess, race that we're all in, it starts off slow, but the beauty of it is that's how it is for all of us. Of course, when we first started, we had like our sales up, everything's all good, and then we have those days that we didn't get as many sales as we did the previous week. But I think that's what makes it beautiful, just the fact that no one's alone in all of this. We're all, although we're all in different industries, our journey is essentially the same. We start off, we're a novice, and then as time progresses, we become an expert over time. Like for me, I started my lash extensions, I want to say, in August, and like all now I haven't like taken a single like paying client yet, but that's just because I love it so much that when I come out, like I'm giving quality. And while I'm prepping for that time, it's teaching me patience, it's teaching me consistency, like you guys have said. It's teaching me that, okay, we started here, we can't compare ourselves to the lash artists that have been in the game 5, 6, 7 years. And when you go on those lash artist page, they're even posting their work from when they first started, and it looks like my work. So that's just another way to like, that gives me confidence, and that lets me know that, okay, things are slow now, but I'm getting there, I'm on the right track. Like each day I'm a step closer than I was the previous day. And aside from that, just seeing like the excitement from like people that have bought my strip lashes. They feel confident when they go out with their girls and they have their lashes done, or if they're going on a date with their boyfriends. It's just knowing that I was part of that special moment, if that makes sense. Like, wow, my product made them happy. My product was, probably like the small part of their day that they can look forward to. I get to go out and put my icy lashes on, and look good with my girls.
For
So
sure.
that definitely, that warms my heart.
I love that. I wanted to talk about, I guess, so Ivana and Janelle, you guys are graduates already, but we aren't. So, and some people out there who are watching might not be. And I wanted to hear, like, in terms of the passion that drives you for this, in terms of how you approach it now versus maybe how you would have thought of it back when you were, I guess, doing school. What has changed for you predominantly? Because I feel like I kind of grapple with following passion projects, and kind of debating with myself as to whether I take it on full or if I try to balance. Because as you said earlier, Janelle, society tell you that you get the degree and then you make the money, and that's how it should go. So I want to know, for you guys, how does the passion drive you, and how far are you thinking to maybe take it, and are you fearful of that at all?
difference with like getting a degree and securing a job and being an entrepreneur is the security. And a lot of people love security. I mean, it's something that, I mean, who doesn't want to be secure? Who doesn't want a deposit at the end of every month? But what drives me is the passion as well as the vision I have for what I do. So my relatives might be like, oh, she's just a beauty therapist or she's just a wax girl. But how I see it is I would like to have locations literally all over the world. Like I literally want to take this international. And right now, maybe last month I made 100,000 and this month I'm making 30, but I know eventually I'll be able to sustain myself through what I do. So really I'm driven by the vision and the vision I have for myself and my business, and just knowing that eventually it will work out. What I would advise people to do though, is because not everybody is ready to just dive in because it is hard. And there are slow days when you literally feel like tapping out. So what I would advise you to do is prioritize. So do what you have to do now until you can do what you want to do. So you have a job, but it is definitely going to take discipline. So even if you are working or you are balancing projects, you have to know that, yes, somebody in them 9 to 5 can go to work at 9 o'clock and end at 5 o'clock and get them direct deposit, but you are in a 9 to 5 and you're operating a business. So you're going to work from 9 to 5 and you're going to do the night shift at home from 7 to 1 because of the vision you have for yourself. And you don't want to be going to work from 9 to 5. You'll eventually want to wake up at 1 o'clock and literally check your phone and tell your staff that this and this needs to be done, and you go back to your bed because you can do that. So it's really just being focused on the end goal, because now you're doing the grunt work, you're doing the hard work, you're doing the late nights, you're basically a slave to your business. But in the end, you know that you will literally be the master of it all, and you just literally have to focus on that end goal and prioritize and manage your time. Hear me talk. Go on, yeah.
No, that's facts, especially the time management. I need to work on that for myself. But I would say, when I graduated, finally I was like, oh my gosh, I'm a graduate now. Now I'm gonna be having a career in my field that will pay me good, and I can use that money to invest in my business and everything's great. And with the pandemic and everything, I'm currently working, thank God. Like, I'm thankful I have a job because I know COVID hit a lot of people hard, and there are some people that are unemployed. But I'm working a minimum wage job currently, that's not in my field. But like Janelle said, the vision is like that. That's like your like prized possession. Like, that's the one thing that you can hold on to, I'd say, that just keeps me going. Like, okay, I graduated online, basically. That's fine. We got to keep going. I don't have the job in my field yet. That's fine. We got to keep going. Like, that, whatever happens in my external world, I try not to allow it to have a effect on my internal world, which is where my vision is for my business. And every day that vision gets bigger. Like, I have like a manifestation journal of like where I want to take it. And each week I'm like writing stuff and I'm like rereading it. Like, this is crazy. But like the vision just keeps growing for me. Like, I don't know if anyone else can relate to that here, but like, it's
Definitely.
like you have this one thing for your business. Like, okay, I want to get the certification. All right, you get that. Then it's, I want to get the storefront or the spot. Then you get that. Then, okay, 5 storefronts. You get that. 10 storefronts. Like, the vision just keeps going. And for me, I live my life with a glass half full mentality. So my glass is always half full. Like, no matter what, okay, it's, whether it's not full, it's still half full. So that too also keeps me going as well with my business.
And you guys gave a lot of advice there. So I just wanted to know as well, for somebody that's sitting down on an idea, I feel like for me personally, and I know a lot of people probably relate, you can think of a bunch of ideas, but there is just something that has to turn on or to tick for you to actually act on it. And for somebody that's maybe sitting down on an idea right now, what would you tell them? Or what would you tell your past self when you had that moment and you maybe had self-doubt surrounding it? What would you have told yourself now that you've started the business?
Get up and do it. Like literally get up and do it. Start with what you have. Like a lot of times we sit down and we wait because we have the vision, and we have the idea that we want to manifest. But I think it's something you just have to learn, that you're not going to start today and tomorrow you're going to have the vision laid out. And the slow days and this period of learning is very important, because I think it is in this time where you might have 2 clients for the day or 3 clients for the day that you actually understand the quality of the service that you want to deliver. You understand all the ins and outs of your business, so that when it grows, you have like experience, you have full knowledge of what it takes and what is necessary. So literally get up and do it. And then something that I've always seen is people will have these marvelous ideas and them think of them alone, I think. So by next week, somebody else posted on Instagram and they're heartbroken because that other person literally took the chance and decided to get up and do it. So literally get up and do it and start with what you have, because the process is what is going to create that big vision that you have in your head, and it's not going to happen between tonight and tomorrow morning. You just have to start and work at it. And that's it. That's my advice.
Yeah, I definitely say start to myself before I actually made the Instagram account for my business page. I had in my notes every little detail, the name, the color scheme, what my logo is gonna look like. I had all of these things ironed out. I want to say like a year and a half before I actually started. And what kept me back was like self-doubt, the fears. I had friends around me that I would talk about, yeah, like I have this like idea that I kind of want to start selling lashes maybe. And these people laughed at me, and these were people that I considered like my like close friends, and obviously, their opinion is important to me. So having like the self-doubt definitely held me back, me not being confident that it would work. Um, yeah, don't worry about it being perfect. People will appreciate the growth. Not every single post has to look like the people with professional $3,000 cameras. Just play the cards that you're dealt. You can't spend time trying to pick a new deck. Like, play the cards you're dealt. Start, because once you start, it becomes a lot easier than picking a date to start, or I'll come out this day. Like, just start, man.
I think that I would definitely tell myself to budget or to plan out my time better than I did before. Because while I was ready to start something, because I know that when I get an idea, it's just gonna bug me until I do it. I had to remember that I was a student as well, and I feel like there was a period of time where I was just like, I just don't want to be in school. Like, school, the semester sucks. I have so many other things I could be doing that I would genuinely enjoy doing, like this. And so when I was like just starting it out, I would just commit so much time to developing the business and growing that. And I'd be like, yeah, like I can get back to school, like it'll be fine. And so I just really like towards the end I had to really like play that catch-up game. So I would just definitely tell myself to budget my time more. Yeah, but I would also tell people the same thing you guys would. Like, you should just totally go for it. Because why not? Like, what do you have to lose? like, yeah, you have money to lose, I guess, you know, you could waste your time, but like, are you feeling fulfilled by what you're doing? Because I feel like that's the most important thing. If what you're doing is genuinely making you happy and you don't mind the ups and downs that you're going to go through, then do it, go for it. Besides your own time.
I just wanted to add to my past self, money comes and goes. You got to spend money to make money.
Yeah.
So, and we're not doing this for the money. I mean, although we are, but you know, the money is not the number one driving force of why we're doing this.
I also wanted to say that you might lose time in essence. So you think like, oh, I spent a whole year doing this and nothing came from it. But you know now that that's not what you want to do, or that's not where you want to be. So you will definitely gain something from the opportunity. You will gain some clarity, you'll gain some wisdom. You learn for your next venture what to do and what not to do. So I think literally just doing it and seeing where it takes you is worth so much. It's just worth so much. Like the experience is just worth so much. And you might also even find out that you don't want to be an entrepreneur. You want to work a job. And that's fine too. Like literally just do what you think is necessary for yourself.
I would say that's like with anything in general, like even not starting a business, like if you want to do something and you feel compelled and you just want to try something, you think it could make you happy, you should just go for it. I feel like a lot of times people they prolong ideas that they have or adventures they want to take, and sometimes you just let that time fly unsatisfied. You should just do it. I think that's definitely one thing that 2020 has taught overall too. Like you don't know what the time has, you don't know what could happen, so go for whatever makes you the best version of yourself.
Definitely.
Love that. So I wanted to know personally and in terms of your business, what are your current services or products? And then what are your goals for 2021 if you have any set?
Okay, so what I currently do is I do full body waxing and sugaring. So I use wax that you can buy in the store, or I make wax with sugar, lime juice, and water. And I can remove hair on any part of your body that has hair. I do eyebrow tailoring and tinting, and I do vajacials. For 2021, I'm actually looking at expanding my services, because the vision of our natural skin bar is literally everything skin. So from products to facials to laser to literally everything skin. So in 2021, I'm definitely going to work towards expanding the services until I get to where I want to get to. Maybe a studio space. We don't know. Maybe. We're working on it. So yeah, that's me for right now.
So Yellow of the Sun, we currently sell loungewear. So we have hoodie sets and short sets and mock neck sets. So that's what I'm doing. I've been like playing with the idea of just expanding other clothing items that we want to sell. I feel like the first vision that I had was not just selling loungewear, but selling like just so many different items, but staying in this consistent neutral color scheme, because I'm a pretty neutral person as far as my own fashion sense and style. But I think like I went down this direction of cozy wear and people really held on to that. And so I was like, I'm gonna hold on to it too. But I don't really, I do want to go where I had originally planned on going. So I feel like my mind is always going in so many different ideas, in so many different directions, but I also have to remember that I can't take on too much. I think that's one thing that the semester has taught me too. Like as a student, I was like, I'm doing a lot. So remembering like to expand or to go in different directions, but also like not hanging off a cliff. So 2021 is about planning perfectly. I will say that.
Amen. Amen. Icy Beauty, we provide a bunch of services. So I sell strip lashes. I've recently gotten my lash extension certification. So we're going to be providing lash extensions of all different styles, from classic, hybrid, volume, mega volume. I also do lash lifting and tinting. And I also provide brow lamination. I do brow tinting as well. And I'm learning how to do waxing, because I can do it on myself, but I can't do it on other people. So I'm looking into expanding that way too. And I guess my goals for 2021 would be to definitely open up so I can start lashing people. That obviously is dependent on the government and what's going on. So that's definitely on the top of my goal list for 2021. And for the future of my business, I definitely want to, you know, train other girls on how to become lash artists, brow artists. I want to have my own academy one day to teach a bunch of girls how to do it. Obviously the different store locations is in my mind too, and selling my own products like lash trays, tweezers, adhesive. And yeah, the goal is to just become a household name. I think that in the beauty industry especially, I think for me, I need to be that representation for other Black women who may have felt discouraged, because before I started, most of the lash and brow artists that I knew, didn't really look like me, and I feel, as Black women, when we go get these services, obviously we want to pick somebody that we're comfortable with, and what better way of feeling comfortable than having someone that looks like you giving you the service, giving you, the best aftercare advice, for our skin types, our hair types, So that's definitely a goal of mine for sure.
I love all this manifesting. We're just
Yeah,
putting
yeah.
everything into the air. But I wanted to know where we can find you. That was my last question. But lastly, where can we find you to get your services or products?
So for me, you guys can find me on Instagram and Twitter at AuNaturalJA, AUNATURELJA, or you can find me at Jenna Baldi on all social media platforms, including YouTube. So go like, comment, share, and subscribe, tell a friend, and that's me.
You can find me on Instagram at Icy Beauty Co. That's my business page. ICYBEAUTYCO. And you can follow my personal page. It's one IVF on Instagram. And I'm also on Facebook on Icy Lashes. And you can check my website out if you want at icybeauty.ca.
You can find me on Instagram at Yellow of the Sun Boutique. I'm not going to spell that all out, but at Yellow of the Sun Boutique. And my website is yellowofthesun.com. So you can check me out there. And my personal account, I'm the only follower on Yellow of the Sun. So it's a Destiny Reed. You can find me there.
Nice. Thank you guys so much for being here. Make sure you guys please go check out these beautiful, wonderful women and their businesses. I think they're amazing for doing what they're doing, especially in these hard times. And I think it's very inspirational of you guys. So I really enjoyed this conversation. I hope you guys did too. And I hope everybody watching did. So remember to come back and see the next episode of Unresolved Overcoming 2020. Bye.
Bye.